My name is Braden Blevins, and I will be talking about interracial inequality, Pocahontas, and how it links to the world we live in today. My personal favorite is how it links to the sports world. I will now give examples about how it links to the sports world every day and how it's affected it so much. My first example will be my favorite baseball team, the Atlanta Braves, and how they use the tomahawk chop to gain momentum and energy in all games. This is the chop. Faster, man!
Simpleton.
My next example will be on Florida State. They have one of the best traditions in college. Though they do the chop, the most famous thing they do is plant the spear right in the middle of Doak Walker Stadium. My next example will be the Washington Indians.
I love sports.
My next example will be the Washington Commanders and the Cleveland Guardians, and how fans brought it to the attention that amidst all the racial injustice, it was time for a new, less controversial. According to SportingNews.com, the Cleveland Guardians, once Indians, sent out a poll to over 40,000 people, all fans, to decide on a new name. Many believe that other teams should follow in their footsteps. On another note, we took a trip to Cookout to get some food. The first American cookout was between the Native Americans and the Pilgrims. Now we call it Thanksgiving, was just celebrated a few weeks ago. Same thing, different day. We're back here with another video, and I'm going to continue talking about the interracial inequalities and how these days is hitting more close to home. You might be asking, what do you mean more close to home? The Dobyns-Bennett Indians, a few towns away, started a petition back in 2020 to change their mascot name as well. According to WCYB, there were two people, both past students, arguing and creating polls over whether to keep the name or change it. Obviously, in the end, they decided to keep the name as it is. My school, Elizabethton High School, also played Dobyns-Bennett many times, and I played them as a student athlete. You wouldn't believe it, but they also do the tomahawk chop. It makes you wonder, is this going to continue to be a problem worldwide, or are we going to come together and resolve the issue as one? For as long as I can remember, my family went to Harrah's Cherokee Casino in Cherokee, North Carolina, which is part of the Indian Reservation. You might wonder what this has to do with it, but there is still conflict going on over Indians trying to buy more reservation and land that they once owned. On another note, to tie this in deeper with the humanistic aspect of it, many people think it is very frowned upon of the age gap between Pocahontas and John Smith. Nowadays, it would be very frowned upon to even have more or less a 3 or 4 year age gap coming out of high school. To put it into perspective, Josh Giddey, the NBA player right now, is under a lot of heat for having a relationship with a 17-year-old girl, and he is 21. John Smith was said to be around 27 years old when he had a relationship with Pocahontas, who could have been, some say, around 12 years old. So though things change, many stay the same. And while we're talking about it, yes, I completely agree that there should be punishment, and it is completely unacceptable to have an age gap like that. But the double standard in America is getting a little out of hand. That double negative being how we all change our feelings and beliefs on what people think, whether it's with politics, sports mascots, or even everyday life. So when asked what I think of America, I think of self-reliance and Emerson. I think of equality and all the chapters we talked about it. I think about how much it can help us today and how much it can all bring us together as one good country. I'll have faith in all you do. Just call my name and I'll be there.
That's my dog. That's my dog.
Many things, a few being sports and music, two of my favorite things, bring us together as different races, different beliefs, different traditions, different cultures every day. I continue to look forward to what this country can become because I couldn't imagine being anywhere else. Thank you for having me in this class, and I've really enjoyed this semester.
Starring Braden Blevins.
Oh, with one of my good friends, Maggie Rowland. Also with my amazing mother, Savannah Blevins. And my two dogs who just get up for treats, Duke and Daisy.